What is it about beginnings and endings that make them some of the most challenging and difficult times in your life? Why are beginnings and endings always a challenge? Why are they always the toughest or hardest to begin or end well? Well, the answer to that is quite simple. Beginnings are tough because they represent the new, the unknown, the unfamiliar, whereas endings represents a conclusion of the old, the new, and the familiar. For this reason, the beginning can be quite frightening and intimidating, but also exciting and full of possibilities, whilst endings, on the other hand, can be quite sad and sentimental because they symbolize the loss of something that you have grown to know and love. This universal principle is true in every walk of life that you can think of. You can find it operating in every area of your life, be it in terms of the struggles of simply waking up in the morning or going to sleep at night. These are two phases of the day where you face the most resistance in A, getting going first thing in the morning, and B, unwinding and calming down at night right before you try to fall asleep. Then there's also the struggles that come with the need to warm up and cool down, not only your body for physical activity and sport, but more importantly your mind, so that you can perform at your peak throughout your day. Lastly, beginnings and endings are also difficult when it comes to starting or closing a pivotal chapter in your life, especially as it relates to life, or the birth even, and death. Now, before I discuss these notions more in depth, I hope that you try to take a little initiative and attempt, or at least try, to connect the dots yourself while watching this video series so that it makes more sense to your own unique life situation. I will go into more detail later on, but for now, use the brief intermission periods throughout this video series to take a moment and digest and reflect upon what you learn. Use these sessions to pause the video, take a break, or even go for a walk, and let your mind just drift so that it can make sense for you. To cap this introduction off, I will explain how the power of raising your awareness can help to ease, diminish, and transcend the inherent challenges that you will face during these defining moments in your life. It is my intention to explore this principle of beginnings and endings always being the hardest more in depth so that you're better informed and better equipped to deal with these turbulent and uncertain times in your life. Times that you'll face again and again throughout your life. It's important to keep the challenges of beginnings and endings in mind by raising your awareness and acknowledging that you will face a significant challenge in the beginning and at the end more often than not. This is because the power of raising your awareness through knowledge can facilitate the non-resistance and acceptance you need to better cope with and navigate through these uncharted territories and the foreign difficulties that lie ahead of you. Acknowledging the resistance within, the difficulty and the uncertainty and whatnot inherent in beginnings and endings gives you the power to overcome, to transcend that which once used to confuse and frighten or even challenge you. Knowledge of the challenge is the beginning of empowerment, where the awareness will help to diminish the powerful grip or hold that the scary unknown, unfamiliar, and the uncertain tends to have over you. Having said this, the challenges that come with the beginnings and endings are not all negative. They also contain hidden opportunities that serve as the seeds for your growth, evolution, and maturity on your journey to becoming the best version of yourself. These pivotal phases and catalysts also give you the opportunity and the space to reflect on your past, as well as the space to look forward to your unfolding future. It is important to be aware of this universal law of life, this phenomena, because beginnings and endings are a natural part of life on Earth, and it is also how the universe as a whole functions, from its rough and cataclysmic beginnings all the way to the unknowable ending that you cannot even fathom yet. When you zoom out to the bigger picture, you will come to accept that change, in whatever form you experience it, is an inevitable constant of the universe, where the beginning tends to be the hardest, the middle the funnest, and the end is what defines it all. More on the power of raising awareness later on at the end of this series.